Yeah, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Yeah, today we're going to see a little different videos what we have on our site. A little different from this might not be applicable to everyone, but yes, during your lifetime, during your lifetime, yes, sometime it would be applicable definitely. Uh, Today we're going to see how does a typical sales call that a lot of sales guys do gets converted into uh, a deal or into successful conversion of the various deals that they do. You know, so first of all, why do we say to do a sales call? We have the reason being there's a X person. Okay, so there's a X person who is called a sales guy. Okay, he does the sales call to sell the product, to sell product to Y person. Okay, to Y person or company. Okay, so here you have X guy who's representing uh, from company D, selling product to person Y. Okay, so that's the reason. Why do you have sales guys? Is the reason because you have too many competition products. So every company has their own sales team who goes and sells, show and present their products to companies, various companies or people to sell their product. Now let's see what are the major part of these sales calls. Why do Y would buy a product from X? Now these are two protagonists in our this video. Why would a person Y would buy a product from person X? Okay. Uh, when person X goes to person Y, they first need to find out. Okay, so that means a sales guy once goes to a salesman once goes to person Y, what does he need to know to sell his product to him? Okay, so first thing is the needs or requirements of person Y. Okay, right. So on this part we have needs and requirements of person, needs and requirements and details about person Y. Second is the budget, the money, the amount that this person Y is supposed to spend on the products and services that he's gonna buy from person X. Okay, so person X has got certain products or services available with him. Uh, you know, uh, Now what happens is when the products and services of a salesman or a company X or person X meets the needs and requirements, which of course are not only these two, but there are other parameters as well. Then there is a discussion that happens. Okay, so we have discussion that is happening. So person X has come to sell something to person Y and they are discussing something. So let's see on what parameters that these two parties are discussing with each other. Okay, so person X says that I have certain products and services which are useful for you to person Y. Person Y says that I have needs and requirements and this is my budget. Or might be they do not tell the budget sometimes. These are my needs and requirements. Now you tell me what you can give me. Now, so for person X to be successful in selling person Y, person X should know needs and requirements. Okay, so needs and requirements should be known to uh, person X about person Y. Okay, uh, Now, obviously the kind of questions that person X is going to ask to person Y are something like, what kind of product are you using? Okay, what products do you use? Okay, so he asks what products you use. Okay, then person X would give certain answers. Answer maybe could be, I use product F. Okay, Y needs. Okay, uh, maybe because of price point, maybe because of quality, maybe because of certain reference that has been given by friend of Y, who can be N friend, that he is also using product F. Okay, and hence person Y is also using that product. There can be several other reasons as well that can be lined on that why person Y is using a certain product. Okay, now what needs to be done for here is, what is the major point of discussion that happens in a certain meeting or a certain sales calls, you know. uh, Majorly the kind of discussion that happens are on products and services, products and services that are required by Y and that are sold by X. So there's one discussion point over there. Then you have whether they are matching needs of Y, whether they are X products and services, whether they are matching needs of person Y. Okay, then you have price, or let's say budget. Okay, whether Y is willing to spend so much of money that person X is going to offer. So that's one point of discussion. Then you have competition. Okay, competition is defined by a similar product and services which is being sold by X can be sold by companies like a, you know, a similar company which is also selling. So that is competition. So competition is also taken into consideration while taking a decision. While taking decision, the discussions happen on these points, and also whether economy is doing good or not. Because if the economy of country is doing good or not, why might not want to spend money right now and want to hold it to take decision later. So whether decision maker is willing to buy product right now. Okay, product right now, he might be or he might not be willing to, so that depends. So there's a lot of convincing that is required by person X to sell to person Y. Now this is one part. Okay, there can be instances where person Y is in a great need. Okay, and there's no other company which sells certain products and services which X is selling. So then Y would have need and he would take decision faster. Okay, so he would take decision faster if there's a monopoly. So if there's a monopoly, X would take decisions, Y would take decisions faster because he needs certain products or services which are sold only by person X, and hence the price is then commanded by X and not Y. However, in the case of competition, where there's a lot of competition that is involved, uh, Y would have a little edge over X. However, if the products and services are well placed, so that's a very tricky situation that happens, and depends from clients to clients, companies to companies, and meetings to meetings that happen. Of course, it depends on the personality, the relationship of person X with person Y, relationship of company X with company Y. So for example, Y is always buying product from X for last 10 years. Suddenly there's a relationship that is built, that also plays a very important role for X, for Y to have uh, a strong buyer, buyer reference and buy or buyer stuff for buying product from X, reason for buying product from person X. So these major other discussion points or parameters that you can say that are considered in a sales, that takes place in a sales call. It can take place anywhere, wherever there's a sales happening. Now we'll go to video 2, and where we'll define more about how does this process gets forward. Yeah, thanks.